Was the real Pocahontas just a Native American princess who fell in love with an English colonist? Or was she a pawn in a complex game of cultural conquest? Born around 1596 as Amanut, also known privately as Matoka, Pocahontas was the daughter of Powhatan, the powerful chief of a network of Algonquian-speaking tribes in the Virginia area. But you probably know her as the star of Disney's Pocahontas, a tale as old as time. Just kidding. You know her as the brave Native American princess who saved the life of English settler Captain John Smith by placing her head over his just before he was to be executed. The story is often romanticized as a sweet, young love affair between them, a love that symbolized peace and cultural harmony between Native Americans and the English settlers. Pocahontas then becomes a symbol of friendship, helping the settlers survive and bridging two worlds. Okay, now let's bring in the real Pocahontas. Historical records complicate this narrative significantly. Pocahontas was just a child, around 10 or 11 years old, when her supposed rescue of John Smith took place. Early accounts from Smith himself do not mention this rescue until years later, leading some historians to speculate that it may have been a misunderstood ritual or a fictional tale, created by Smith to boost his own legend. There was no romantic relationship between Pocahontas and Smith. He was, after all, much older and returned to England in 1609 after a severe injury, never to see Pocahontas again. Instead, Pocahontas played a role as a youthful intermediary who occasionally helped deliver food to Jamestown and participated in diplomatic efforts between the colony and her father's people. But relations between the colonists and the Powhatan deteriorated, as colonial expansion threatened Powhatan lands. And in 1613, during a time of escalating conflicts, Pocahontas was captured by English colonists. She was held hostage, converted to Christianity, given the name Rebecca, and eventually married tobacco planter John Rolfe, not John Smith, in a union that helped establish a temporary peace. In 1616, Pocahontas traveled to England as a symbol of successful colonial missionary efforts. There she met with King James I and wowed Londoners with her fancy dress and noble bearing, but she became homesick and yearned to return to Virginia. Tragically, Pocahontas died in 1617 at about 21 years old, less than 2 years after arriving in England. So was Pocahontas a noble savage who sacrificed herself for the greater good, a tragic victim of cultural upheaval and colonial greed, or a pawn in a complex game of cultural conquest. While the truth is she was all of those things and more. Her life story was marked by cultural upheaval, captivity, and loss, far removed from the idyllic tale often told. While Pocahontas remains a powerful figure representing early encounters between Native Americans and European settlers, the truth reveals a nuanced, often tragic reality behind the myths. A reality of survival, cultural conflict, and colonial power dynamics, not a fairy tale romance. For more Native American history this month, stay tuned.